I grew up on the wrong team. We lived paycheck to paycheck and had mountains of debt, and I grew up poor as a result of that. Once I was in high school, I started studying millionaires, trying to understand the game of money because I wanted to get rich. I wanted to live the good life and take care of my family. I didn't want them to stress about money anymore. Today, I've made over $10 million at 27 years old. And the first big shift I had was when I learned about this game and discovered that it's rigged against me. That's when I started to relentlessly study these rules. And not long after that, I started winning. I first knew I wanted to get rich when I watched my mom grinding every single day, working 8-hour shifts just to barely make ends meet. She worked harder than anybody I knew, but we were still broke. And that's when it hit me. Having a job will never make you rich. There's nothing wrong with having a job to make some money, but it'll never set you free. If someone else controls your paycheck, they control your life. Because at any given moment, your boss can decide if you stop getting paid, which means you're always gonna be one step away from losing everything. Especially if you make the biggest mistake of them all, getting in debt. If you're broke, avoid debt at all costs because debt is the modern day version of slavery. The average 18-year-old American starts their life drowning in debt. They get tens of thousands of dollars in student loans, they get a car payment that they can't even afford, and they get a credit card to pay for just about everything else. And just like that, they're trapped for life. Debt is the greatest dream killer in America because it's impossible to invest in yourself when every penny you make goes straight back into paying the system. And trust me, I would know. Just a couple years ago, I had over $30,000 in debt. So every dollar that my business made went straight back into paying off my credit cards and my card note that I didn't even really want. But I didn't get out of debt by saving my way there. If you're watching this video and you're in debt, here's what I want you to do. Cut up your credit cards and start focusing on making more money because you will never save your way to getting rich. Look, man, you can clip coupons, skip lattes, and drive a cheap car for your whole life and still never get rich. My secret is that I always focused on earning more and not penny pinching my way to my first million. And once I made this shift, it happened way faster. For you to save your way to $1 million, it's gonna take you 40 or 50 years, which means by the time you get there, $1 million is not even gonna be worth the same and you'll almost be too old to truly enjoy it. Think of it like basketball. If you're always playing defense, you're never gonna score any points. I got rich once I started focusing on making more and not always trying to cut back. In fact, for me, it's been easier to earn more than it's been to spend less. So if you wanna make more money, the first thing that you gotta realize is that your time is priceless. This idea that time is money is one of the biggest lies you were ever sold. The truth is, time is not money. The biggest difference between the rich and the poor is how they look at time.